After the manic craziness of 2 days of scrutineering, it is the third day now here at the 24 Hours of Le Mans. It seems a little bit more laid back, no on-track activity, no scrutineering to go through, but still plenty for teams and drivers to keep busy. Right now, over my shoulder, I think you could probably see the teams getting comfortable in their garages, some pit stop practice going on as well. The drivers had their photo earlier, the group photo shot earlier today. They had to hold that off because we had some pretty torrential downpours this morning. At the moment, it's dry, but it's going to be hit or miss all throughout the week. A little bit later on this evening, the drivers will be headed to an autograph session as well. So plenty of things to keep everybody busy. We'll, of course, stay on top of all the news as it develops from here at Le Mans, but did have a chance to catch up with the WeatherTech Racing folks. It's a Ferrari crewed by JMW Motorsport. We talked to Cooper MacNeil and Jeff Segal, two of the drivers, and they gave us a tour of their race car. All right, we're here at the WeatherTech Racing Garage with Cooper MacNeil and Jeff Segal, two of the drivers, and they're going to show you around the Ferrari in the garage here for JMW Motorsport.
So, Jeff, you want to tell us about the aero in the front?
Yeah, so we're actually running a one-year-old spec car, so unique to the GTEM class. So you'll notice that the Pro Class cars have a little bit different front splitter. Different drag, basically, is the big thing. Our car probably making the same downforce as them, but a little bit slower in a straight line. That's what you got in terms of the front splitter.
Cool. Well, let's walk around this side and talk about these fancy brakes. Tell us about these, Jeff.
We have the finest steel brakes that money can buy. Obviously, everything is geared towards endurance, so you see the thickness of the brake pads here, everything brand new. We'll run those in first practice. I imagine we should be doing at least one brake pad change during the race here. Hopefully, not much more than that.
And last but not least, my favorite thing, the wing. Now, to me, it looks like it's kind of pointed up towards the sky a little bit. What's up with that?
Le Mans special, so everything here is about the straight line. We have a lot of corners, so we definitely want downforce, but here the drag penalty is really huge. So you're doing everything you can to make the car absolutely as slippery as possible, and in this case, actually angling the wing a bit up. Definitely makes the car a little bit trickier to drive in the corners, but another mile an hour or two, and that's the trick.
Cool, and those are a few specs on our WeatherTech JMW Ferrari, and we're looking forward to the race.
So thanks very much to Jeff and Cooper for showing us around. Those guys know how to have a good time, and we do appreciate the insight they provided. All right, day 3 here at Le Mans. John Dagys back with me for this final portion of our video update. Big news today, and we were kind of waiting for it. We were waiting to figure out when it was going to happen, for that matter, but the BOP and the EOT have finally been announced. So what have we seen, what have we learned from the numbers that have been published?
Well, not a lot has changed in LMP1. The maximum petrol fuel energy is still 108 kilograms per hour. That was the way the cars were at the test day. The other numbers were declared for maximum petrol energy and maximum petrol energy per stint. Slightly more, slightly less than last year, but I don't know if that's a really good barometer because we only had one non-hybrid car in the Bicalis here last year. The privateers, non-hybrids have gotten a lot better 12 months later. So I don't think there's many surprises there in LMP1. That's basically what we have for now there.
All right, so developing story to some degree, and as we learn more, we'll certainly convey that information. Slightly different story, though, in GTE Pro. We knew these BOP numbers would be a big deal, and certainly they have been. We've seen wholesale changes in that class. Just about every car affected in one way or another.
Yeah, absolutely. We got an increased boost for the Aston Martin, smaller boost increases for the BMW and Ferrari, small decrease for the Ford, also a 10-kilo weight increase for the Corvette, which I think is one of the biggest surprises coming out of this round of BOP changes. They seem to be a bit mid-pack in the test day. For whatever reason, they've been given a weight increase. We also have a weight increase for the BMW, 13 kilos, and then a 13-kilo decrease for the Ford. So, like you said, wholesale changes to 5 of the 6 manufacturers, and I think the biggest thing is no changes to the Porsche, and that was the quickest car at the test.
All right, so still plenty to digest with those numbers. I'm sure we'll be talking a lot more about them in the build-up to the race. Check out the podcast tonight. I suspect we'll have some discussion of it on there as well as we continue to wrap our heads around everything. Tomorrow, things really pick up in earnest with the first on-track activity of this year's 2018 24 Hours of Le Mans. So looking forward to practice in the first qualifying session. We've got plenty of written coverage headed your way, the podcast, more video updates, all kinds of good stuff. So thanks for checking out this video. For John, Jake behind the camera once again, I'm Ryan. We'll talk to you tomorrow.